It's gone 11 and I haven't even had a cup of tea yet. What the heck? Also, Monty is here, chilling, after he had a lovely breakfast this morning. Did I put the kettle on or did I just... God damn it. We are trying to upgrade his food. We've upgraded his biscuits to like a nicer biscuit. We feel bad basically for... Yesterday we had a nice steak for dinner and we paid like £10 for a steak. It's a nice big thick ribeye. It's fucking gorgeous. And then like Monty just eats like really shit cat food, you know? So we're trying to like modestly upgrade him. So like we were on like Whiskers, we're now on James Wellbeloved. He loves the biscuits, devours that. We're trying him on the wet food pouches, which are like quite literally 4 times more expensive than Whiskers. And he's fucking snubbing it. He's not impressed. He is only interested. The only time he's ever liked, like we've given him something else that's different, that he's liked, is like the like Christmas special pots where it's like, we're basically giving him a steak, you know? But yeah, that's the thing. With dogs just eat any old shit, but cats seem to be a bit pickier. Otherwise, it's Monday, standard Monday stuff up. It's just busy, all day's busy. We're also on the like hangover from an incident last week. We're doing like round stuff to upgrade things, and like an incident happened. The way that we fixed it, we shouldn't have been able to fix it, so we're now closing the way that we fixed it. Ironic, really, that we had a problem. We needed to like manually go in and do something, but the fact that we could manually go in and do something is in itself a problem, which we're now fixing. But I've got like 5 repos I need to make changes across and push out changes and all this kind of shit. And I now have the joy of deploying it to a team environment and then trying to break it. So I'm just gonna like turn it off, stop it, start it, restart it, redeploy it, roll it back, all that kind of shit. Just to prove that it's like okay, and then, yeah boy. Yeah, otherwise this morning I've like gone for a little walk, tried to like write down my to-do list as much as I can, lots of things to do, sort the bins out. It's one of those days, got bins, got shopping, we've got problems, fixing problems at work, no cups of tea either to fuel ourselves with. It's just a gift that keeps on giving. So frickin' busy, man. It's like the nature of having to roll out multiple changes, tiny changes to multiple things, and like get all of the things in line so that you can do it is like immense. But yeah, so I worked a little bit late. Also, someone else came to me asking me for help on something, and I was trying to get access, database access, so I could query some information for them. I'm kind of surprised that that's the requirement for this. Maybe I should raise that as like, I don't think this is something that should be an incident. But anyway, either way, it's a feature that our platform doesn't have yet. But yeah, so I was gonna get, and then I was like hanging around to get the approvals, the right amount of approvals to be able to do it. And then it's just like, okay, it's not gonna happen today. It's gonna happen tomorrow morning. So anyway, went shopping, standard shop, and now we're going to bed. I've started sewing again. I'm on like these fucking French knots that are like 6 thread, they're full thickness threads. They hurt so much, man. I need little rubber tips. Anyway, it's bedtime. I need to go, we're going swimming tomorrow morning. So I keep waking up with like neck ache. I think I need new pillows or something. I don't know what's happening. It's only recently, so it's like a way that I'm lying. But I need to go swimming tomorrow morning. Or I guess tomorrow evening if I wanted to, but tomorrow morning preferably. I think I'll get stitch if I swim at night. I said stitch out loud, I meant cramp. Successfully went swimming this morning after telling myself, I was lying in bed and I'm like, I can't be bothered to go, man. I'm not in the mood. I feel like I haven't slept very well. I'm uncomfortable, my neck aches. Again, maybe I will not go. My chest hurts a little bit actually now, god damn. And I went, because I was like, even if you go and you just do like 10 minutes, then at least you go and you do your like 15 minutes or whatever, just 1,000 meters or something, but then you get to have a nice shower. How much does that say how bad our shower is here? That I'd rather get out of bed at like 5:15 in the morning. But I fucking went for it, boys. I stormed it. I'm trying to learn how to get better at front crawl again. And basically what I think's happened is I've learned a load of bad habits. When I went back to going swimming, I was obviously really unfit. So, context. I used to swim like really competitively. Like, like kind of nationals, right? I'd represent my county in the nationals for the country, right? Nationals is like, yeah, British people against British people, not internationals. And then I quit because I was a smart child and I was like, I should get an education and get a job that pays me well. And that's what I did. So anyway, so I haven't swam basically in ages. I've been like on and off very intermittently. And then obviously I joined the gym and I go swimming all the time. But when I went back swimming, I could barely do 1,000 meters in an hour breaststroke. And then as I did that, I learned a lot of like bad habits effectively. Breaststroke, I'm fine. There's no real bad habits with that. But I learned bad habits doing front crawl and I kind of forgot how to swim competitively because I couldn't figure out how to swim slowly. So I just couldn't, I wasn't fit enough to swim well. So I just had bad form because I was just out of breath doing front crawl. And it's only recently that I'm now at the point where I can do like 200 meters front crawl. And I'm battered by the end of it. But the reason I'm battered at the end of it is not because it's because I'm tired, but it's because I'm doing it wrong, basically. So I need to learn how to, I'm basically swimming kind of like this, and I'm not putting enough, and that's obviously causing a lot more drag. What I realised was, if I just did arms, and therefore had like a kick flow that lifted my legs up, I could do arms alone way longer than I can do full front crawl, which makes no fucking sense. That doesn't add up, right? Anyway, I need to learn to train myself to firstly like breathe properly again, and like get proper extension stuff out my arms, but predominantly kick properly so that my legs are up and you actually kick like up. So you kick. These are your little leggies, right? This isn't the kick. That isn't the kick. Because if you kick like that, you sink. You actually kick backwards, like that, right? Obviously that's really hard to explain, but if you're swimming, you can feel it. So anyway, today I was paying attention to that and I just did like literally kicks, arms and front crawl for the whole thing. And I did a couple of times of like sprinting, a couple of sets of sprinting, of kicks and stuff, and it was much better. So all chuffed. I'm glad I went. I did 2,000 meters, but literally 50% of that was only using my legs at one point. So it is good timing. Otherwise, at work, we pushed everything live. So we're now like fully fixed. Happy days for the incidents that we've had, which is good. We were fixed ages ago, but we had like some tidy up to do, basically. And then I spent about 4 hours writing 3 lines of code because I initially started looking in the wrong repo. Because I was like, this app should have this information already. I don't see why I need to add it to this app when it's already adding it there and sending it over on something it should have. And then I realised that, well, I didn't realise, but I realised it wasn't getting there. And I couldn't figure out why. So I just went and added it to the other app to a slightly different place and it works. But that should make our lives a little bit easier because it's a little bit easier for us to measure the, well, we're moving the boundary ever so slightly of where we're measuring our internal performance, because the boundary just before us we're giving to the other teams, and then because that does a load of like data hydration stuff, which depends on the other teams. But yeah, so that's a relief. Otherwise, 2 things got delivered today. I'd say 2. Was it 3? Google's chatting shit to me. So I have learned that I like rum. I've always liked Malibu. And then Laura last Christmas got me a bottle of Dead Fingers coconut rum, which is obviously like Malibu, but nicer because it's proper rum, not cheap shit. This Christmas, she bought me a load of these like flavoured bottles. So there's loads of different ones, so I could try all the different flavours and whatnot. So anyway, what I've discovered is I actually quite like spiced rum. That's a new one for me. I've had half of all of these, and 2 are in the hazelnut and coffee ones. Not interested in that. So anyway, so my plan is I'm going to have a spiced rum, and then a different rum, and then Malibu. As they're my like 3 rums I'm going to get. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get a spiced rum, so I can have a nice spiced rum and coke. So like this is obviously a standard bottle. And then I got this fucking motherfucker. Jesus. Looks like it needs a handle. It's like the kind of shit like a pirate would have. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, I'm well chuffed. I like that brand. So, big fan. And the other thing that got delivered, my razor packed in the other week. A month ago. Fuck me. And I sent it off because it was still in its warranty. And they've sent me back another one. When I sent it back without the little head thing. Because I didn't trust them to give me back. But also, they've sent me a new one with a new head thing on it. These head things are worth like 80 quid on their own, boys, so that's quids in. I get to put one of them away, and when one of them gets like grotty or worn out, you're supposed to change them like every 2 years or something. Go into the packet. I don't think I've changed, well, I never changed my other one, but my other one got so old that like it didn't make financial sense to swap again, you know what I mean? Like they stopped making it. And it was like £80 for the whole thing, or £70 just for the new head. So I spent £300 on a new razor. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Anyway, yeah, so I got that. I'm well chuffed. We tried to cook dinner. It was some kind of tofu moussaka. Wasn't very nice. We ordered a Domino's. So a pizza for dinner. For that reason, because I've now got a full-sized pizza minus one slice, because it's left over for lunch tomorrow. Happy days. But for that reason, I am not going to the office tomorrow, because I can't reheat a pizza in the office. Actually, thinking about it, I don't even know if we've got a microwave. We might have a microwave, but heat it up on a frying pan. Much nicer. Now, I did say, if I wasn't going into the office, I would go to the gym. But, aforementioned, only just managed to drag myself in today, and my chest aches from presumably that and the chest workout I did on Sunday. I'm going to be lazy. I'd rather go and do like a proper full session on, what day is it? Thursday, then go and do a half session tomorrow and then bail out on Thursday. You know, that's the plan. Look what we got for lunch, baby! Heat my frying pan. We've got another fence post we need to fix. Tell me, boo boo. How you doing, my little baby? Oh, I want to sleep, Jimmy. I want to sleep. Just see like a little bit of wiggle. There's one fence post that is needs reattaching to the wall. It's very windy today. Spent the day. We did some stuff yesterday to try and fix some like metrics that we have. We added some extra IDs so that we could correlate some better metrics, and that fucked a load of stuff up. So I spent today trying to fix the stuff, and then I've just rolled back the change so that it'll work now. Goddamn, so tomorrow we'll have the right reports set up. Dear. It's one of the things where like conceptually what we did made sense, and it's actually like a weird, not a bug, but like it's a weird like quirk of the system that means we can't do it that way. It's not the end of the world, we can get the data a different way, but the most natural way we can't do because of like early assumption that was made to do with that way of like the way that like bulk requests are handled, basically. Because of that, because these bulk requests exist and they're handled in a certain way, we have to use correlation IDs in a non-intuitive way. Anyway, it's me making excuses. I didn't go to the... Sorry, I said to myself I was going to go to the gym this morning in my head last night, and then decided before I went to bed that I wasn't going to. I said, oh no, it's Wednesday. I go to the office on Wednesdays, don't I? And I've not gone to the office because of my pizza. Rings a bell now, and I thought about going to the gym instead because I said to myself I should either go to the office or go to the gym, or it's a Friday. It's a Wednesday, and I've not done either. Or a Monday, I guess, as well. Fucking sue me, man. Jesus Christ. Right, and now I've got to do this. Now I've got to update the reports again to take advantage of the new bit of data that we've added. And then I can do something of actual value. Do feel a little bit fat from that pizza, but it was lovely. I had half of Laura's Texas barbecue, and I had a different kind of barbecue that's all meaty instead of Texasy. It's very windy outside, can you hear it? Look at this fucker as well. God damn, look at that wiggle. Oh, and I've used my new razor this morning. Oh my god. I've been trying to fucking use just a standard non-electric razor for like a month now. Oh, it's so much better. It takes like 2 or 3 minutes just be like gone, rather than like the bloody 15 minutes it would otherwise. Jesus. Right, I need to get back into it. Oh god. Yeah, that is definitely swinging in the wind, boys. Only one post. Anyway, it's the end of the work day. We can sort that out when it's not raining. You know, increasingly in the evenings, I'm starting to get more and more time in the evening to myself. Laura has joined a gym in town, and she's, for tomorrow, for example, doing a gym class at 6 o'clock, which is like really fucking late. Even I finish work at 4:30. I don't know on a Thursday, but on a usual day I finish work at 4:30. She won't normally be doing it on a Thursday, she'll normally do it on Wednesday, like today. So like I just have time in the evening to myself, and then obviously there's time like after dinner, where yesterday Laura was doing some like training stuff. And I don't really have anything to do in the evenings. I've just been like sewing or playing Xbox, and that's about it. So long since I've had like a programming thing to do in the evening, and what I did when I went into the new year was like, I don't want to beat myself up for not doing anything with my time, because I'm thinking I'm wasting, like, part of my head's starting to go now. This feels like a lot of time to spend sewing and watching TV or playing Xbox. Maybe you should do something else. And I told myself I wouldn't do that, because what I'm doing is I'm telling myself that the thing I enjoy doing is bad. But do I enjoy it that much? I feel like I should start to figure out some way to spend my time that isn't those two things. Trying to figure out, well, I need Laura's help to fix the fence, but trying to figure out if we're going to fix that tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully the wind stops. I don't want it to break, you know. What we're going to do now, I hear you ask? I'm actually going to get my laptop. I want to investigate whether or not moving... I've moved a lot of bank accounts around recently, as you know, but there's one bank account that I've not considered moving, and I'm going to consider moving it. I'm just going to do some maths and figure out if it makes sense for us to move. This one, fortunately, as well, would fall into... I could press the automatic switch button as well, which would be exciting. Can you do that with joint accounts? But yeah, basically I'm looking at potentially moving the joint account to an account that makes more sense. Because we just got a joint account with like my bank for simplicity reasons. But other banks give like cashback or interest, and we don't have any of that shit. And we actually put a lot of money into the joint account because we kind of use it as a pot. Like we both put a surplus of money in there, and it builds up, and then we buy other things with it, like a holiday, for example, or like car insurance. But yeah, I looked at all of my accounts, and all of my accounts make sense now. I've got all of the right cards, all the right credit cards, all the right current accounts, all the right like savings accounts, and like ISAs and shit. I'm happy with all of that. But I didn't look at the joint account, so I'm going to do that now. Then I'm going to play Xbox until Laura gets back. Well, I started playing a new game on Game Pass. I don't know, it's not new, but it's new to me. Death's Door. It's quite good fun. So I was doing a bit of that, did a bit of sewing, cooked dinner for when Laura got back, and then did some more sewing. I am dropping off. I think what it is I keep putting things on my to-do list and then moving them to the next day. So I've gotten out of the habit of like doing the small jobs. You know what I mean? Like there are just things I've been putting off. And I bet that's kind of the case at work as well. Not through choice, but like because of problems, I've been putting off the things that like I should be doing, and I think that's bled a little bit into home as well. But yeah, like I say, I just kind of not need to bully myself about it. Working up early tomorrow, gym. I'm going to gym and swim. I've decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to do legs, weights after a warm up. Legs, weights, swim. Oh, you know, my superpower, I've always said my superpower at work is being able to like lead meetings and make them finish on time. Firstly, number one, and secondly, I can just walk into a room of people I don't know and talk about a topic I have that people think I know, but I have very little knowledge of, and be able to answer the questions. That's my like superpower. Just had someone trying to investigate a problem that they're having on their world. So the team we're in, basically, we handle everywhere the customers interface with us. That's like everything we own. We don't own it like any business logic. We just like manage the inwards and the outwards, in and out of the system, right? And they wanted to see the customer apparently received something they weren't expecting on the bit out. And it was like, oh, so how is this like payload built up? And I'm like, oh yeah, so all we do is this. And I'm stepping through code I literally haven't seen before until today. And I'm like, yes, we go through there. That's where the data's coming from. So it looks like it's just wrong in the database. So it looks like it was wrong before it hit us. And then like roll through. But I'm so proud of my ability to like, because they're flustered, they're worried about stuff, you know what I mean? And for you to sit there and be like, oh, I don't know, or oh, I don't, you know what I mean? Like to kind of like give non-committal answers or to flap. It's just stressful for everybody. So my ability just to do that, calm-headed, level-headed, bang, here's your answer. I've always been proud of myself. And I can do that as well, like just wander into rooms with like external third parties, not knowing anything about what the meeting is, and then just like run it, you know? I love it. That's my superpower. Otherwise, it's very fucking windy. Like we're bracing for another wind. So if we thought it was windy yesterday, it's going to be more windy tonight and tomorrow. Someone was just got out of a car and I'm just stood in the window with my arm up, so it's just like I'm flipping her off. So not looking forward to that, to be honest with you. But like the whole of Bristol is in, we're in the storms. I think we've got gusts of like 140 mile an hour winds, which is fucking mad. And like sustained wind of like 80 mile an hour. So that'll be fun. Thankfully, we can just like batten down the hatches here and just pray for our fence. This morning, I went to the gym. I did 2 kilometers on the treadmill, just as like a little warm up. And then did a load of leg exercises, so it was leg workout day. A lot of squats, a lot of lunges, and a lot of all that bollocks. And then did swimming, so I did like 1,000 meters swimming just after, which was nice actually because the sun had started to come up. The weather today, it's looking grey now, but the weather this morning was lovely. It was really nice and sunny. And it was great. So I was like just basking in the sun, having a little swim sesh. And then I came in and it's just like, well, we want to do this. Panic. But yeah, so making a cup of tea. Now we started prepping for the apocalypse. I've just moved everything in the garden into the shed to protect it from the wind. I've moved the bins to somewhere where they might be a little bit better sheltered, and I've weighed them down with a big slab. Flora says the schools are closed tomorrow and there's no bus service running either tomorrow because of how bad the storm's going to be. That's like fucking... That's like the level of apocalypse we're planning for here in Bristol. It's madness, mate, madness. Should have filled up the wood basket while I was outside. Because I don't think we've got much wood in there. When we inevitably have no... I don't even joke about that, that's not funny. So, finished work. Laura is... Pretty good day today, actually. Chipped through quite a lot of stuff. Laura is at her gym session now. So she's going to the gym tonight. A gym class starts at 6. So, I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with my evening. I might play a little bit of Xbox. I need to track down, in fact, I'm going to do that. I need to track down a payment that's gone out of my main account. And I thought I'd updated all of those things. So I need to make sure that I've updated they've taken the card, you know what I mean? They've taken it from my old card instead of my new card. And I want to make sure that that's either like I've missed it or it's just a case of, shut up, you're boring. But yeah, man, the amount of wind that's coming. I've never known. I've lived in Bristol, right, for God, a long time now. A long time. I've never known them preemptively shut the buses down. I've known they've shut the buses down before when like the roads were really bad, and that was because it was windy. But that was because the traffic was bad because like all the motorways were just being like funneled in through the city, so the buses just couldn't move anywhere. So they just cancelled the buses. But like they've preemptively shut them down tomorrow. It doesn't even do that when it snows. I am actually a little bit legitimately worried about the wind. We've done the fence, so the fence post is now bolted to the wall. We've done it before where like the existing bolt like kind of came out the wall. This one was never bolted to the wall, which is interesting. It was just cemented into the floor, and like the cement has like come loose from the soil a little bit, so like gives it some wobble. Obviously, if it wobbles and the wind gets it, so it's just like we braced it against the brick wall now. So it should be fixed. Touch wood. But we was doing that in the dark by torchlight. Had a really late dinner because of that, because Laura came back late, and I'm going to bed. I've done a load of knitting. I keep calling it knitting. I've done the inside of the, finally, that it should be the end of these fucking French knots. It really rips my hands up doing it, man. I was going to end the video, but I can't leave you on the cliffhanger of how the storm is. Right then, gang, sit rep. Woke up this morning, basically there was no wind. It was nice and sunny, it was lovely. All the warnings were like, no going out, like stay inside your homes, no unnecessary travel, all that bullshit. I had some deliveries came. So in theory, everything was fine. Look at these fucking cat claw marks in this bloody area, goddamn. So it wasn't until about 10 o'clock-ish where like the wind really came, and it whipped, boys. Just making sure I've got enough gym stuff on that area. Because I'm making a gym bag to go to the gym tomorrow, which I'm not sure is a good shout or not, because my legs today are absolutely like screaming because I've been cooped up all day basically, and I did leg exercises yesterday, and my like bum and hamstrings are like battered. But anyway, so yeah, so then the wind came. I've never seen wind like that before. Thankfully, touch wood, we have been relatively fine. There's been one of our fence posts started to wobble, and we're relatively worried about that because we think it's pulled some bricks out of the wall, which is interesting. Next door has lost a fence post. Some other people on the street have, but otherwise relatively calm. So not too bad at all. Thank God. I had a meeting where I fell down a rabbit hole that I'd fallen down before, about like trying to tie up these metrics. We made a change recently to try and make these metrics easier and better, because we basically have a problem where multiple things happen in our domain based off of one individual thing, and then when you're trying to correlate them all back up, figuring out how long it took which one of those two things you want to pay attention to is really hard. And I've fallen down this hole before trying to figure it out, and I'm back in it, and I still can't figure it out. But anyway, otherwise we was doing that, chipping through some stuff. This afternoon I've been doing basically sewing, watching TV, playing Xbox, living the dream. It's been a lot of fun. I have done loads of embroidery, and I'm happy about that. Yeah, basically I'm planning on going to the gym tomorrow because I need to go 4 more times before Friday next week, because we're going on holiday and I'm like 1 day into a 5-day plan, and I'm on call next week as well, so I need to prioritise stuff better. We're also decorating this weekend, so that Laura is, I'm helping out. Should we go through to the weekend? We should. We'll go through to Monday at this rate, because it's the weekend. I don't really vlog much at the weekend, and then Monday we've got a nice clean break. I'm on call. I'm missing from this bag. Oh dear. There we go. I have a feeling I'll wake up and I'll be like, no, and then just like not go. But like I say, mainly because it's day 1 and my legs ache. So day 2 is usually worse. But I think if I go tomorrow and do just arm stuff, which I think is what's on the plan, it's either shoulder or back. I think it's shoulders. Then on Sunday, I might have like loosened up a bit to be able to do like running and something, and back or shoulders, whichever one it's missed. And then Tuesday, legs. Thursday, upper body. I did it, guys. I went to the gym. I was impressed. I actually woke up and I was like, I'm too tired, I'm going back to sleep. And I went back to sleep. But then woke up when Laura got up. I then got up. It was about like 7:45 or something, I think. Had breakfast and I was like, you know what? I could go now. So I went then. Madness. It was very busy. To be fair, that's a bit of an understatement as well. It was very busy. But I just went, I did a 15-minute treadmill session to warm up, and then I did my Gymshark weights session. Living the dream. So I'm going tomorrow, and I'm going tomorrow for like a more standard Sunday long gym thing. Anyway, so otherwise we have been doing, I say we, mostly Laura has been doing decorating in the kitchen. I've been keeping her company and then doing the rolling. We've just started cracking into it basically. Just start chipping away. It's one big problem that needs solving, so you break it up into small parts, that kind of tactic, that's the plan. So Laura's in charge. I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing. Doing some embroidery. Laura got me some of those rubber knitted needle grip things. They're not the perfect solution, but they do make it a lot easier to do these French knots. I've now finished all of the hard French knots. I should be going on to the easier ones soon. The only ones left are like thinner thread. So easier to pull through, lad. Easier to pull through. I have nothing else to add. Alright gang, I'm wearing the same clothes as yesterday. We were decorating again, leave me alone. Again, I mean, Laura was mainly decorating, I wasn't. Went to the gym this morning. Did a good, like, ran really fucking hard. And then rode, and then did back exercises. Then came back here, had some breakfast. We did some decorating. We finished about half day because it was like, didn't make sense to carry on with the amount. You know what I mean? Like, we'd have to start something that we didn't think we'd finish. So, like, we're going to have to give it a rest now for a bit because we're going on holiday next weekend. But, so, it was, like, this colour. If you look there, look. We haven't done this bit yet because we need to do something here and pull the fridge out. So, done. Or this bit, same reason. This is still a problem, but we'll solve that later. No. Otherwise, we chilled out. Laura watched films. Laura watched a film / fell asleep. I went on my computer. We've looked for holidays. We've booked a holiday. Fuck yes. I haven't been on holiday in so long, since pre-Varialis. I haven't been on holiday since like 2019, so we're pumped. But like, Laura's basically already used her holiday for the year. She's got 1 day left. So, and I've got shitloads. I think I've got like another 2 weeks. So, because I got some like carried over, and I carried some over, and I got some extra for doing on-call stuff. So I think I've literally got 2 weeks additional, and half the things she's booking off, because for things I'm not there for, you know. But we're going on holiday to Wales with Laura's family again for like a week. And it's dawned on us, finally, it's dawned on us that it's probably not worth using 5 days holiday for that kind of shit. We'd rather go on our own somewhere in like November time, but we can't. So, but we'll see, like I say. I don't know how much holiday I need to use for that kind of shit either. We'll see. I'm going to book a holiday tomorrow. I'm going to book it all in, so I'll see how much allocation I've got. I was going to just like sprinkle some weekends in, because I'm like, just have some longer weekends on weekends where I'm doing stuff, so I still get a weekend even though I'm doing stuff. Wow, it's lots of words. It's still windy out. We've been okay so far with the storms. There's a storm now as well, but it's obviously not as bad as the one the other day. Just a standard storm. Although you can hear it whistling around the house still. It's pretty bad, but it's bedtime. So, thanks for watching. Busy day tomorrow. New week, on call, living the dream. I'll catch you later.